Welcome to Bedrock Bookkeepers Online Academy for another awesome segment. My name is Joe DiChara, again inviting you to our site bedrockbookkeeping.com. We are constantly updating our content, our videos, our courses, all for you, the student that wants to learn about bookkeeping and the business of bookkeeping. Again, that's bedrockbookkeeping.com, and we welcome your feedback and suggestions, anything that can help us improve your experience with us. Enjoy the next segment. Thank you. Chapter 11, Startups, Issues and Answers. I threw this in here for the sole purpose of helping guide the entrepreneur in their entrepreneurial endeavors, because too many times I've witnessed the pain and agony of starting a business, not knowing what to do, and floundering along, not only failing, businesses fail all the time, and that's okay. What's not okay are those businesses that barely survive, cutting corners just to try to stay afloat in the delusional pursuit of turning things around. I've seen businesses last 5, 10, 15 years, actually literally operating below the poverty level. And to me, that's just not acceptable. Sometimes you got to cut bait. And so here are the main issues as I see them. This is going to be another short chapter. Number one is the ability to generate revenue. You don't have a business if all you're doing is spending money. And believe it or not, I've seen people trying to launch businesses for years and all they have are expenses. Even the IRS's definition of a business does not warrant staying in business. Here's the fact: you can't just keep writing off expenses, for eternity. At some point, the IRS is going to say they're either going to audit you or they're going to say, you know what, you're not a business, you're a hobby. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people have is a hobby. They don't have a business. So before you go spending years and a lot of money, you must determine if you actually have a product or service that is sellable. In other words, is somebody willing to give you money for what you're selling? It's as simple as that. If not, you need to either change your approach, change your product, change your service, or maybe you should just go back to work. I mean, unfortunately, not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur. So that's the first issue. Make sure that you have a viable business. Now, the second issue is the legal and tax structure of the business. So a lot of times what I see is somebody actually has a business and they remain as a sole proprietor. Probably the worst, most risky type of structure you can have for a business. So, once you start a business, you're automatically a sole proprietor. The first time that you spend money, you have a sole proprietorship. So you need to, once you determine that, yeah, you actually have money coming in, you have a business, you need to structure your business properly. Third issue, obviously, is record keeping, books and records. That's what this is all about. Most businesses can't accurately tell the story of their business. They think that the story of their business is their checking account. And by far, that's only a small piece of the business. So in order to start and run a successful business, you have to have a record keeping system. Fourth on the list is payroll tax compliance. This is where, like I said a couple of chapters ago, the payroll system, the payroll tax compliance issue is where most small businesses get into financial problems. When cash flow shrinks, a lot of times first cost cutting, the first shortcut is, oh, we'll catch up on our payroll taxes. Wrong. Payroll taxes are what they call trust fund taxes. So even if you're a corporation, the IRS, the state, can pierce the corporate veil and come after your personal assets. So payroll tax compliance is the fourth issue I see small, startups get into trouble with. And fifth, and definitely not least, it's the owner themselves. In order to have a successful, growing, prospering business, it takes humility. The owner sometimes has to step back, let other people do those things that they're not equipped to do. Hint, hint, bookkeeping is one of them. But the successful entrepreneur knows his strengths, knows his weaknesses, and fills the gaps with those weaknesses by surrounding themselves with other people that are interested in their success. So that wraps up chapter 11. Like I said, this one was short and sweet, but I believe was necessary in the scheme of your bookkeeping, your books and records, telling the story of your business. Because like I said, if you can't generate revenue, you don't have a business. Okay? And if you can generate revenue, you need to be structured properly. You need to keep the right records. You definitely need to pay attention to payroll compliance, and you need to get out of your own way. So that's chapter 11. I hope you enjoyed this as much as me, and I look forward to wrapping it up with chapter 12, the financial success mindset. It takes a team, which is what I've just been alluding to. So over and out. I'll see you in the next chapter. Thank you. And that wraps up another awesome episode of Bedrock Bookkeepers Online Academy. Joe DiChiara here, inviting you back to our site, bedrockbookkeeping.com. Check us out for the latest and greatest offers, discounts, updates and content, videos, new courses. Okay, again, bedrockbookkeeping.com. Joe DiChiara, over and out. Looking forward to seeing you at the next segment.